Welcome back here to the live stream at the Drury Court for the National Homeschool Championships. Josh Jenkins alongside Jeff Cannon for this one. We've got the Tulsa Chef Arrows and the Northside Lions. This is girls 18U D1 pool play. This is Pool A. For this one, we've got the Lady Lions wearing the gray uniforms with blue numbers, and Tulsa in the black uniforms and white numbers.
This will be my first girls game I think I've ever called since doing this, but this will be fun.
This should be a good one. We saw a very physical game right before us here with Scott and Jeremy. Girls can get after it here, so opening tip goes to the Lady Lions. Quickly puts up the outside three, no good. Offensive rebound. Mid-range jumper there just outside the paint, good. Sammy Brunk gets the first points of the game.
Chef opening up in a zone, and it collapsed fairly quickly, which allowed Northside to take advantage. Meanwhile, it looks like
another
Northside is going to play some pretty strict man here. Oh, a little bit of jumbling going on.
Now fight for the loose ball. Lions come up with it, and they quickly push ahead. Fast break opportunity, and a foul. Bit on the shot fake there. See, was that on number 34, Justice Walters? Corner three off the inbound play.
Wow,
beautiful shot, Sammy Brunk.
That'll get a defense out of the zone quick. A little bit of high pressure here by Northside.
Right side drives baseline.
Ooh, that's a really good drive.
Pulls up. She had a good look, just couldn't fall. Now back the other way. It's Moore on the break. Dishes off. Mid-range jumper, no good. Offensive rebound. They've got a couple of those already to start. Second chance opportunities.
Neither team looks like they have a real size advantage here, so I'm going to guess they're going to probably try to, at least from Northside's perspective, it looks like they're going to try and push a little to try and get a good look before Chef gets into their set. Looks like they're still pushing that high zone, but unfortunately that leaves that mid-post area open, and if they could have connected there, that would have been another easy conversion.
Justice Walters off the screen. Pulls it back out. Inside the paint, Megan Stout can't get it to go. Lions back the other way. Oh, and it's turned over. Can't handle the pass. Layup no good.
Man, they are just not getting the conversions. Finally one goes.
But again, it's KF Pennington being rewarded there with the refusal to give up on the play. About 3 offensive rebounds there. First points of the game for Tulsa.
A little bit of three-quarter court pressure here.
And another turnover all the way to the rim. It's Justice Walters. Steal and a bucket.
Now they're going to the full court 2-2-1 here. A little bit too high on that pressure. Made it a little easy on Northside to be able to break that.
Lady Lions with a good passing game. That outside three looked good, but just off the front of the rim.
Oh, that's going to stay. Nope. Go back to Chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really, really good ball movement there by Northside. Switch those sides and get an open look.
Yeah, they did not look too bothered by the pressure. Just calmly passed their way out of it.
Ooh, she was not expecting that pass.
Thought about the three instead. Works it in the paint, back out.
Good help side defense. Really good.
Oh, and a fight for the ball here. It's going to go to the Lions, and they push ahead quickly the other way. Good pass in transition, nothing there, kicks it back out. And then Moore's in the paint. She finds a lane for two.
I think Tulsa's going to have to come out of this zone. It collapses too quickly, even though that was a slight fast break. They had their numbers back, but they tried to stay in that zone, and it collapsed so quickly that that mid shot was wide open.
So a missed shot, and the Lions bring it back the other way. Moore with it up top.
Well, they do not have an answer for Larner right now. She's gotten almost every defensive rebound.
Into the corner, right side three. That one too strong. And Chef comes up with the rebound. 7-4 the score in the early minutes of the first quarter. 3:37 left in the opening period. Tulsa works it around the perimeter. Drive, kicks, in the paint, little floater, that one no good. Offensive rebound, put back opportunity, won't get it to go as Pennington's put back. Lady Lions quickly back the other way.
Yeah, you see how low they're collapsing.
Esther Moore knocks down a three.
And that's bringing that high three wide open. So far, Tulsa is going to have to do some defensive adjustments here pretty quickly as this lead grows.
Oh, nearly shuffled the feet. Got away with that one. Morgan Stout with it now, looking for something. Tries to get it in the paint. It's tipped away.
Larner right there again.
Esther Moore in the paint, dishes out to the right wing for three. Got it, nice shot.
Is that two? Is that
Annabelle
two
Buck.
for her?
That's the first for Buck.
Okay. Yeah, that's just real good ball movement. They are, they're pushing it inside, collapsing that zone, then pushing it back up atop for wide open threes. And, you know, you're happy with that if you're Tulsa, if they're not making them. But, you know, so far they've made the last two, which is not going to bode well. So I would expect Tulsa coach over here in this timeout probably move them into some type of a man, if not a matchup. But I think they're going to have to go man defense and take their chances. So far, Northside on the other side has played really good help side defense, especially on the high gaps, which caused them to be able to get two easy steals to take down for fast break opportunities. So, you know, all of a sudden we went from a 3-point lead to a 9-point lead off of just some defensive miscues and some offensive miscues by Tulsa.
Northside Lions with, Northside Lions with three three-pointers there, but by three different players, Esther Moore, Sammy Brunk, and Annabella Buck.
There's a good look. All right, let's see if Tulsa adjusts their defense here. They took the pressure off. Yeah, they've gone to a man.
That three-pointer good. It's Sammy Brunk, her second, and her 8th point of the first quarter.
Kennedy was just too slow getting over there to cover that top side three.
That lead now stretched out 16-4. Three on the right side, bounces around and out.
Good box out, but man, that's tough when your teammate does does good work on the box out, and the other one doesn't.
Foul on number 4. That's Hope Stout, her first. And it's Kelsey Mace at the free throw line. Foul was actually on Leah Beckett.
Yeah, right now the ball just clearly bouncing the way of the Lions.
And she knocks them both down. Now back to a 10-point game.
Pressure again. Problem here is we're already, 3-on-2. Much better defense there. We had good help side there on the back. Created a good stop. Now let's see if they can convert on the other end.
3-point attempt on the left wing, no good. And immediately applying pressure after the missed shot, at least in a
Yeah,
full court man.
Playing a man press here. Probably just trying to get their legs a little bit tired.
Brunk sets it back up for the Lady Lions.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're playing a straight man here, which means that if they can beat their man off the dribble, there's no help.
And Brunk is fouled on the drive attempt. Foul on number 24, Megan Kennedy.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more help side, especially above the free throw line there. A little bit better here.
Nearly stolen away, and that one does go out of bounds, so it's a turnover.
Yeah, the 2 times they've played some good help side. 2 times they've come away with a turnover. The times they didn't was where they got themselves into trouble. Let Northside get in there for a good look.
Walters dribbles it up for Tulsa. Off the screen, hands it off.
A lot of high ball screens. So far, Northside has stuck with the man. There's been no switching.
Corner 3, that one too strong.
Oh, they're going to call it tipped out. Northside will get to keep it.
So 16 seconds left in the first quarter. 10-point lead. Sammy Brunk pushes ahead. Esther Moore drives the paint, loses control. It's tipped away. 3 seconds now. She's going to get a shot up in time. Just in time, but too strong.
No question that the flipping to a man there after that timeout was definitely helpful. Now they just got to start converting on the offensive end.
So it's 16-10, a 10-point lead here. First quarter. If you are Coach Kennedy over there, what's the message right now? Try and get the girls.
Well, they've shored up the defense. So I think that they need to, as long as they can keep their help side protections enabled there, I think their defense has definitely stopped them. That's 3 straight times down the court that Northside has not scored. Offensively, they've got to stop taking those prayer threes. I think there's a little bit of fear of going inside. There has not been that fear on Northside. They have been more than willing to penetrate the lane to either finish at the basket or to kick it out for open looks on the threes. I think Tulsa should do the same thing. They are settling for very quick, poor percentage shots early in the possession rather than moving that ball around and getting a good look, especially maybe a layup. Only down 10. All they really need to be looking for is to get back in this 2 points at a time.
And not much fouling to speak of there in the first quarter. No one with more than 1 foul.
Yeah, I don't like a whole lot of that dribbling up at the top of the key. That we always said the top of the key is for moving the ball from side to side. You really only have 2 options at the top. That's either swing it or drive.
Corner 3, that one no good. Yeah. We've seen a few of those.
Yeah, they're
kind of maybe those prayer threes you're talking about.
Yeah, they just don't have the rhythm yet. They need to see that ball go in the basket, and that means either short range or layups.
Stolen away by Jordan Kaufman. Lady Lions now the other way.
Yeah, there was just no eye on the ball there. 2 girls that could have helped, and instead they were facing their man, which allowed the Lady Lion to drive right to the basket.
Looks like the foul's on Gloria Meek, which sends Elise Snively to the free throw line.
Tulsa's just got to get a little bit better about their opportunities. That last drive, they went 1 against 3. And they really need to move that ball so where it's one dribbling in with either an uncontested look or maybe, one person guarding. But
Snively 1 for 2 from the free throw stripe.
I think they're just a little bit questioning right now, trying to figure out an answer here. But the worst thing they can do is just go to prayer threes here. Just got to move each other, move the ball. They'll be fine.
Meek on the drive. Over 2 defenders, gets it to go.
There you go. That's one way to see the ball go in the basket.
There's the drive you're calling for, getting inside, getting in the paint, being unafraid. Kaufman, nice interior passing,
beautiful
scoop shot for Annabelle Buck.
That was a switch. You know, you see Northside, they've been very disciplined on staying and slipping those screens. That time, Tulsa, on the other hand, was certainly willing to go with the switch. Northside saw it, and it was an easy pick and roll.
Ball is taken away, so Lady Lions out on the break. Annabelle Buck with it, nice pass on the break, stops, gathers, can't convert, but offensive rebound, back out for the corner three, got it. Elise Snively.
She took a step back to get the bonus point. She knew her range.
You see that so much more often in today's game. Very aware of the three-point line if you need to take a step or two to get there.
I think it's because they practice it more than they do the two, unfortunately. They're more comfortable. Speaking of comfortable, that is not a comfortable shot. I think Tulsa really needs to continue to drive that lane. Start to see some success in the basket before you start shooting those threes.
5:35 left in the second quarter. Still plenty of game.
Yep.
No need to get in that mode of thinking you have to put up threes that are not the threes you want.
Good hands.
As the ball is stolen away. Tulsa back the other way now.
Yeah, there's not a plan there. Passing I'd like to see the passing crisper, more in a position where the recipient of the pass can do something with it immediately instead of spending their time to adjust. But that was a good, I'd rather go to contact there.
And now the break wide open on the other side. It's Annabelle Buck who lays it in.
Yeah.
Extending that lead now 24-8. Timeout on the floor.
Yeah, if I'm the Tulsa coach, I have no arguments with their defensive pressure and their active hands, but they have no plan on the offense. It is I have not seen them run a single offensive set. It's literally whoever has the ball seems to feel like it's their job to either shoot it or to drive into a double or a triple team. They've got to have some coordination so that all 5 players are playing, in sync with each other. There's no chemistry out there, and that's why they only have 8 points. Their shooting percentage is probably below 25% at this point. I'd say on average 1 for 4. Most of that coming from the three-point line. Northside, in the meantime, there's not much more you can say other than just keep doing what you're doing because everything for them is working. Even when they're not making shots, they seem to be drawing fouls. So they are clearly in control of this game until Tulsa decides to start working together on offense.
Leading scorers for the Lady Lions, Sammy Brunk and Annabelle Buck, both with 8 points. Buck with 7 and Brunk with 8. Only 2 points scored by Tulsa in that opening few minutes of the second quarter, so certainly got to get something going offensively.
Interesting that Northside's going to a press here. I would not risk the easy basket, giving up the easy basket on the press break.
Walters with it, thought about the three, thinks otherwise, swings it around.
I'm guessing that was probably just a different look coming out of the timeout, but most likely we probably won't see Northside run that press again.
Foul on the play. That foul on, I believe, number 13 or number 14, Jordan Kaufman. So Hope Stout is at the free throw line.
Got to make those free throws.
Chance to see some easy buckets go in there. That might help as you see one fall through the net. Lady Lions quickly back the other way, loses control of the ball, and so Tulsa now has another opportunity.
Lerner's been pretty sure-handed. That was a first time she's kind of bobbled one.
Stout on the drive.
Okay.
Passes for a long two, no good.
Still like the play. It's an open look, uncontested.
Oh, what a move. Fake pass with the left-handed lay, and Snively gets it to go.
A little trickeration.
It's almost a bit of a Euro step with the fake pass.
Oh, that's borderline. She had to throw that away because she was about to walk. Again, that was, a drive with no plan and 4 girls standing and watching. That's just not going to be successful. They have got to, the ones that don't have the ball have got to get more active, more off-ball screens is what I'd love to see out of Tulsa here. This press is not working. I know the goal here is probably to try and wear them down, but you're just giving up easy layups with an ineffective press.
Yeah, beautiful pass to Rosa Larner. She gets her first bucket of the game as she sneaks in there behind the defenders.
Oh, I love the curl, but you can't throw that at the top of her head and expect her to be able to convert.
Esther Moore driving. She gets all the way in the paint, swings it around. Just lost control of the ball.
Yeah, both these teams are not passing with efficiency and accuracy. It's almost like it's an afterthought. And passing is more about the passer than the recipient. The recipient can't catch a ball. It's coming either too fast, too hard, too high, too low, whatever it may be.
3 on the left side. That one falls. Kelsey Mace.
That'll help.
That will help. Brunk with it. She drives.
Oh, it's going to be a foul.
And draws some contact.
Yeah, she doesn't understand why, but she was kind of left standing there to pick up the pieces after the primary defender let her go by. Was not in a position to take a charge.
First one good for Sammy Brunk.
That's tough, especially at the high school ages. They don't want to get in trouble for not defending the shot, but it just compounds it when you get the foul. At that point, you got to just let them score.
Tulsa swings it around here, looking for something in there.
Yeah, there you go. That's
good look on the cutter.
That at least we had an off-ball screen with a curl cut there, which gave her an open look. The problem is she ran into, if they'd had normally when we run that play, there's always somebody in the corner, so that when you see the double team, the corner's open for the 3. And they didn't have anybody there, so she had to take the shot. And it was a shot into 2 tall girls that were not going to allow that to happen. They're back to a zone here.
Oh, good look inside, just not accurate on the pass. And another turnover.
It was a good shift. I think Northside was still expecting man, and was not ready for that high trap on the zone. Oh, a pass to nowhere.
Yep, another pass thrown away, so Lady Lions back the other way. It's Esther Moore.
Wow. Good control considering there was a lot of hands in there.
Oh, Sammy Brunk with another 3-pointer.
Yeah, I think they need to pay attention to where she is, regardless whether you're running man or zone. You need to have somebody out on her.
That's her third 3 of the half thus far.
Sometimes even we would play a zone against, if they had one hot shooter, we'd run kind of a box zone and keep one close to those shooters.
Brunk going coast to coast here, passes it off to Moore for a nice lay-in.
There's a passing clinic right there. Nice bounce pass that went right to where she could catch and release it in one motion. Yep, they're going to do it again. It's working.
There draws the foul while converting the bucket. It's Megan Kennedy.
Yeah, I would expect Northside to talk about this at halftime because it looks like this is going to be the new bread and butter play for Chef, which I applaud because it is a really effective play to run that off-ball curl screen. We used to call that Hollywood on our team, and It's just super effective. In fact, we would run a double curl. So if the first one drew a second defender, the second curl cut was wide open.
About 45 seconds left in the first half. Lady Lions with a commanding lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is the only weakness that I see in Northside right now is that they have made some errant passes that they either think are open or they just misgauged. It's beautiful. That's a good good variant of that curl play where now the entire defense thinks it's going to go to the cutter, and so the ball handler can take it themselves to the basket. So now we're starting to see some creativity by Tulsa, and I think that's going to help them a lot. I know the gap is still 21 points, but if they can continue to get turnovers and then just convert some of these, they look good, but they still haven't all gone in the hole other than that last one that drew the and one.
5 seconds here to go on a foul. Or did she step out of bounds?
I think she did.
Yep. So not the turnover you wanted there. Trying to get a shot, get some kind of momentum going into half. Still 5 seconds. It's Brunk. She's got it at midcourt. Puts up the midcourt shot. Just short. And we enter halftime. It's 35-14. Lady Lions in control. We will take a quick break at halftime and be back for the second half. Tulsa Chef Arrows, Northside Lions. Welcome back to the live stream at Drury University. We are just moments away from beginning the second half between Tulsa Chef Arrows and Indiana Northside Lions. It's girls 18U pool play in D1, Pool A. Josh Jenkins here alongside Jeff Cannon. So far, the story has been the Lady Lions kind of controlling this game, yet there's been opportunities. We'll see what adjustments Tulsa can make here in the second half.
Yeah, if they can build on what they did late in that first half in terms of offensive structure, I think they'll be fine. It's still a very manageable gap, but they've got to start converting these. It's not going to be enough for them to have good looks. So they're getting the turnovers. Oh.
And somehow Tulsa comes up with it.
A little bit of bowling going on there.
You mentioned earlier in the first half, one of the weaknesses you see in the Lady Lions is some of the passing inaccuracies, and Tulsa just needs to capitalize on that.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Three-pointer by Megan Kennedy.
Yeah, so far that's really kind of the only weakness is their Achilles heel has been making kind of just wild passes. There's one that's just a little too low to Lerner, and otherwise she has a chance to convert an easy basket.
Oh, great passing, but
yeah, they've kind of gone back to a zone here, and maybe that's just because we haven't seen, or they hadn't seen as much shooting out of them late in the first half. But
Sammy Brunk's three knocks it down.
If you're going to do the zone, you have got to guard Brunk, because that is her 4-3 of the game. If you're going to go zone, I'd go box one, but I thought they were more effective when they went to man. I don't know why they would leave that.
Tough shot in the paint, no
Yeah.
good and no foul. So Lady Lions quickly ahead the other way. Just nearly lost that out of bounds, but able to recover, set things back up.
All right, looks like they are back in man.
Buck with it here, setting the offense.
Good help side. Oh, should have had a steal there. Oh, we're going to have another turnover.
Buck's foot, and so
yeah, it's just a little bit of clumsiness on the part of Northside that if Tulsa can just take advantage. I mean, honestly, I think Tulsa's probably ended up with more possessions than Northside, because I think Northside leads them in turnovers. The difference is they are just not converting, and even with these new offensive sets that are much more organized and coordinated, you still got to put the ball in the basket.
that was a deep corner two, no good. Now Lady Lions outrunning and able to gather and get the bucket is Rosa Larner.
That was a great, that was all Larner there. She had to take a very difficult pass, catch it while in motion, and somehow gather it and put it in. Here's this curl.
Mace in the paint, puts up the shot, too strong.
They're just not going in. And the problem is those tend to lead to an easy two the other way, because they're so collapsed deep into that paint that gives Northside numbers on going the other way. Good for them to get back enough to get this into a set.
Moore hands it off to Sammy Brunk. Nice cross-court pass to Annabelle Buck, who puts up the three. No good. Out of bounds.
Tulsa got lucky there. They were a little out of sorts there defensively. It looked like they were chasing the ball more than being coordinated in their assignments.
Elise Snively checks into the game for the Lions, number 21. Walters with it.
Oh, dear.
Deflected pass, and it's going to go the other way. Another turnover.
Yeah. Now they've gone back to kind of this zero plan of starting with the ball up top. I never liked starting a set from the top of the key. It's just too easy for any defense, whether it's man or zone, to balance that and to be comfortable. You've got to choose a strong side and a weak side so that the defense has to make a choice.
The ball was stripped away there by Megan Kennedy, but she falls out of bounds, so it stays on this side of the court. Inbounds to Esther Moore. Her shot, no good.
Was almost
and
a walk.
no foul called. Yeah, or travel called.
Yeah, now here we go. Start this from the wing.
Walters 3, no good.
I might have liked at least a set there. Yeah, that to me that's frustration. That's feeling that 23-point gap and feeling the clock ticking that you got to do something. But I mean, Northside is not, they're not really, it's not, the scoring juggernaut that they were earlier in the game, that has all settled down outside of the 1-3 by Brunk. We have not really seen much.
Yeah, only 5 points here in this third quarter for the Lions. And 5 now for Tulsa.
Yeah, they would just keep kind of producing those easy, uncontested buckets there. I think they'd be fine. They have lots of time here.
Cross court to Larner at her feet, and so now is a scramble for the
I
ball.
think we're going to have a jump there.
Yep.
Boy, Larner has had a game. I don't know what her stat sheet looks like, but she has been an absolute force on both sides, especially as it relates to the boards and getting key points. She takes a rest now, though.
3:15 to go in the third quarter.
I think if I'm Tulsa, I take advantage of getting inside now with Larner out. That's their biggest presence inside. So I would not be shooting that 3. I would be taking my chances inside, maybe even getting a bonus there. She's lucky that wasn't a foul. That was a little push in the back she got away with.
Another jump ball on that missed attempt. Timeout on the floor by the Lions. Checking in for Tulsa will be Hope Stout after the break.
This is the first timeout either side has called, and I think this is strictly a resting timeout for Northside. I wouldn't be surprised to see Larner come back in by giving them all a rest. Because if I'm the Northside coach, I'm concerned about Tulsa maybe getting some easy buckets inside. And if I'm Tulsa, I'm hoping Larner doesn't come back in so that I can try and do that. I think if I'm reading what she's saying over there, I think she might be saying that exact thing of let's get inside the lane, let's get some high percentage baskets. We are taking way too many quick, bad percentage shots. Threes are good, but they need to come out of rhythm. They need to come out of. I always like the paint threes, the threes that came from passes out of the paint. Mm-hmm. Those were much higher percentage. Usually the shooter is already facing the basket. They're ready. They have their feet set. It's just a much higher percentage shot rather than the dribble up. I got nowhere else to go. I'll just jack a 3.
So Lady Lions to inbound under their own basket here. Little mid-range paint shot off the glass. It's Lucy Kaufman's first bucket of the game.
That was a nice shot. Not much contest there. Here we go. Saw a little bit of movement there off ball. Playing a little one dribble handoff here.
Walters with it. She puts up the shot. Oh, just around the rim and out.
You see her frustration. I think they think at this point there might be some saran wrap on the top of this basket, but not on this side.
Lucy Kaufman knocks down the corner 3. She's got back-to-back buckets.
Yeah, she has good rotation on the ball. I'm not sure Tulsa wants her getting hot.
Driving the paint, puts up the left-hand floater. Nice touch. I believe that was Hope Stout, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was Morgan Kennedy, I believe, number 24. Or was it 34? No, it was 20. Oh. 30,
we'll say 24.
Was it 24 or 34?
Somebody with a 4. So I thought it was number 4.
No, I think it was either 24 or 34. I think it might have been Walters, but I'm not sure.
Either way, it counts for 2. Tulsa still working, trying to get some good looks. There's an inside-out 3 attempt. Yeah. That one's good, just like you talked about. Gloria Meek for 3.
When you have good patience and you have good teamwork, it's crazy how well you get rewarded for it.
Annabelle Buck sets things up again for the Lady Lions. Pressure on the passes there from Tulsa.
Yeah, I tell you, Walters has really worked hard this game, both offensively and defensively. She is all in on this game. Oh, that was a really good move around that pick. Oh,
a lot of contact on as they're just going for the loose ball.
Like I said,
obviously.
Though, that's Walters. She's giving it all. Good help, really good help. That's a travel.
And you called it.
Spectacular help side there by Kennedy.
Esther Moore, Jordan Kaufman, and Rosa Larner all back in the game for the Lions. 20-point game here still in the last few seconds of the third quarter.
If they've cut the lead by 5, I think if they could get another basket here, whether it's a 2 or a 3, that would be some decent momentum to take them into the fourth. Here goes Kennedy again. Good give up.
Stout on the drive. She finds a lane, but offensive board.
It's just
can't get it to go. It had some opportunities.
I tell you what, Kennedy and Walters are literally everywhere. They are hustling, and I know that you could see the frustration earlier when Kennedy missed that 3, that she just doesn't understand why these aren't going in. So you can tell she's used to making a lot of them.
Sometimes it just be like that as a shooter. 10 seconds in the quarter. Lady Lions working it around. Probably going to try for the last shot. Instead, she puts it up now.
Oh, my goodness.
Elise Snively from downtown.
Just when you think there's only one that can hurt you, there's at least 3 on this Lady Lions team that can hit it and hit it from deep. That was almost to the logo.
Yep, there is 4 Lady Lions with 3-pointers in this game, and that stretches the lead to 47-24. So we are moments away from the final quarter beginning. Again, this is pool play for these ladies and the D1 Pool A.
Oh, yeah, I forget. On the girls' side, they're doing the pools, so that is certainly some consolation. If you lose one of the games, you're still going to advance to the bracket side. So it's not one and done like it is on the boys' side. But yeah, so definitely there's some lessons from the film that both these sides are going to be able to learn from. Tulsa will just need to see that the offensive rhythm, chemistry, and organized sets is what's going to propel them over the top. And for Northside, they just got to eliminate turnovers. They're running about a 20 to 25% clip on turnover ratio, and that's not acceptable when they run into some of these teams.
So here we go in the fourth quarter. Tulsa with the first possession.
Nice
left-handed move. That one was Justice Walters. See what Tulsa does defensively here in the last quarter.
I would expect,
and all over her there.
Too much hands. I would expect Northside, I think plus it suits them to slow this fourth quarter down. I would expect to see them space the floor and really take their time, really force Tulsa to do things like they just did, which is make some kind of attacking fouls. Yeah, I think they're going to be very patient, not take anything that is unnecessary. What a great position for Larner.
And foul call looked like she was straight up, but
yeah, Larner sat down in that short corner, slid over to the block, and was in excellent position. And that's why, obviously, they need to have her on the floor as much as possible, not just because of her defensive capabilities, but she has been an enforcer on the offensive side as well. And a nice free throw there.
That last foul was on number 3, Kelsey Mace.
Really good rotation.
Yeah.
Wow.
She gets the pair. It's Tulsa now brings it back up. It's Pennington with it up top. Walters drives baseline, puts up the floater, no good.
Yeah,
Larner there with the rebound.
That shot. That one, too much focus on her from start to finish. I think by this point, everybody knows she's the focal point of this offense. And focal points are great until everybody knows it. And then you're going to have 2 and 3 girls guarding her every possession. So she's going to have to give that ball up to get it back.
It's Annabelle Buck on the free throw line. She's put together a nice game this afternoon. Misses the first. And she knocks down the second for her 8th point of the game.
I would guess that these are probably the top 2 teams in this particular pool. Certainly I would assume Northside's the top seed, but not having seen the 3rd team in this pool.
3 on the right side, too strong from Mace, so going back the other way. Sammy Brunk brings it up.
Wow, she's got great control.
She does. That three-pointer looked like it might have been tipped. Just short. Offensive rebound. There's Larner hustling, getting in good position down low.
And there she is again. And it's going to stay there. And that's all Larner. She rattled 3 arrows there and was able to make one of them tap it out.
Right. Even though she didn't get the board, she was there to disrupt. Larner, she's going to take the 3. Looked good, but just short.
See, that's just laziness on the part. I mean,
and she comes up with it again.
You've got to attack. You can't just sit back.
Sammy Brunk hits another 3.
That's number 5.
She's got a 3 in each quarter now. And then some.
Yeah, she is putting on a 3-point shooting clinic today. Ugh.
Yeah, just out of reach on that pass.
Yeah, and we're going to start seeing the bench players come in, give a little bit of rest to some of these starters now holding this 27-point lead. Tulsa's going to see if these subs can handle the ball by applying some pressure. Oh, beautiful pass. No look.
Oh, it just rattles in and out, but an offensive board and fouled.
Late call, but it was the right call. I think he was waiting to see if it went in, but there was no question she got her across the hand.
It's Leah Beckett who will shoot free throws. That's definitely something as a coach you don't want to see. You give up the offensive rebound and then you foul on a shooting attempt right afterwards. But what else can you do? It's going to be an easy layup.
Yeah, I think at that point it was probably, not a great foul, but not a bad foul, especially as it did end up only turning into 1 point instead of 2. But, yeah, at this point, Tulsa's running out of time and running out of answers.
Walters with it.
Yeah, I don't like Walters having to have this ball for this long.
Kind of a tough shot she tried to get, but fouled.
Honestly, if I was the ref, I probably wouldn't have given her that call because she was in traffic to a triple team, but there was body contact, so the ref appropriately gave it to her. But I think in my opinion, she and Kennedy have got to share the ball a little bit more so that they have more scoring opportunities. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's definitely true. The more you give the ball up, the more you're going to get it back.
Traveling violation. So it'll come back this way for Tulsa. Still 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Coming up after this game, we got more girls 18U pool play. Should be okay.
There we go.
Oklahoma Flames, Fort Wayne Hawks.
Much better there, but I want to keep seeing it. We see it. We saw an initial double off-ball screen there to free up Walters. The problem was by the time she got it at the top of the 3, the Lions had already adjusted. That play needs to happen closer to the free throw line where she's already in scoring position by the time she receives that catch.
Interception on the pass. Into the paint.
Beautiful,
Nice little
beautiful.
shot off the glass for Morgan Stout.
That was a spectacular conversion there.
And a quick foul on Justice Walters. That was Morgan Stout's first points of the game. This one sends Sammy Brunk to the line. She's had a very nice game. We mentioned the three-pointers. Sammy Brunk, just a sophomore, so
wow,
she's got a couple more good years left. Excited to see what this team can do.
She is.
Rosa Larner, also a sophomore.
Well, this is a young team. Yeah, they are seasoned. Yeah, you're right. If I look across this, there's only 2 seniors and 2 juniors on this team, and the rest of them are all underclassmen. This team's going to be good for a while. And they're
good now.
Yeah, they're fairly complete now. Subs are in. They're just going to a 2-3 zone here to let the clock run down.
Another turnover created here. Lady Lions run it down. Bad pass.
Yeah. I go. Beautiful.
Oh, nice little move there for Hope Stout. She gets the bucket and the foul.
You finally got to call Four's name when it happened, right?
That one I'm sure of.
Yeah, I just want to see more of that out of Tulsa. I think when they move on to tomorrow's game, I'd just like to see more of that where Walters sets up her teammates. They either finish at the rim or she's going to get it back. Either way, you're going to see much more higher percentage shots.
Oh, beautiful shot from Jordan Kaufman in the corner.
Do we have a new entrant into the three-point?
We do. We do.
So that's their 5th player with a 3.
Actually 6.
Oh, wow.
Took me a second to count that up as we go back the other way with Esther Moore pushing ahead.
Yeah.
Out of bounds.
Those are the passes that when Northside watches this film, they're going to have to clean up. Even in garbage time, which this has become, now's the time to practice good passes, not showtime passes you think it's going to make it into the highlight video. You want to see good fundamental passes that are right where the recipient needs them to be able to convert.
Walter's shot goes out of bounds off of Moore, so we'll stay here.
Coach is over there telling Walters, that's not what we're looking for.
But if it goes in, you're looking for it.
I know. I had so many of those where I'd say no the whole time it was in the air, and then it would go in. The player would look at me and say, "See, coach?" And I go, "I still didn't like the shot."
No, yes.
Or I'd tell him, if that hadn't gone in, you'd be sitting next to me right now.
Working it inside the paint. Lots of hands slapping around there. It's a foul.
Yeah, right there. I would have liked to seen Basie. Basie was in a perfect opportunity to curl there, and wouldn't have been quite as difficult of a finish.
Martinez with it. She drives in the paint, kicks back out.
Yeah.
3-point attempt, no good.
Yeah, she didn't catch that in good rhythm, but I still like it better than.
Good effort trying to steal the ball. Can't quite corral it, so stays Lion ball.
Beautiful.
Another stolen ball
really
here
good.
was Walters goes coast to coast, lays it in. Nice.
It was great footwork by Walters, and then that gave her the opportunity to slap that ball out.
Moore with it. She drives and kicks to the corner.
Yeah, point differential might come into play here, so I think that might be why Chef is still trying to do what they can to limit points on Northside's side as well as score on theirs.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, point differential will come into play if there's tiebreakers and such. So the incentives to keep playing and playing well. Good ball. Nice three-point shot from Elise Snively. Her third three
that was
of
a
the
little,
game.
That was a little step back.
Martinez drives. Not much there.
No, there rarely is off that first drive. So many high schoolers don't realize that.
Walters works it in. Her scoop shot was too deep.
Yeah, first drive just usually is not effective because defense is set. They're all looking at you. Defenses don't get confused until you switch that ball at least once, if not twice, from one side to the other and to 2 or 3 different players. Otherwise, you're just asking for a tremendous amount of resistance when you drive that lane. Beautiful rotation.
Justice Walters with 15 points on the day.
Yes. It's certainly not for a lack of effort on her part. She's played a strong game. I just think these girls have got to start playing a little smarter. There's no doubt they're playing hard.
That ball out of bounds. It'll stay on this side of the court. Just over a minute to go here in this one. Again, you'll want to stick around for Oklahoma Flames and Fort Wayne Hawks coming up next in girls 18U.
Northside content to just pull it out and play keep away, run out this final minute. Oh,
and another
steal
turnover
by Walters.
She's not done yet. Brunk then pokes the ball away.
I think Brunk was mad that she let that turnover happen. She wasn't about to let Walters have an easy one.
Little mid-range jumper from the side there. Baseline, no good. Under 30 seconds left.
Ooh.
And
Basie in the right place at the right time, but it went right to another Lion.
Now we'll see if they can hold it out here and close this out, but the Tulsa is not stopping.
Walters told her, get up there. We aren't giving up, even with 9 seconds left.
You got to appreciate just the effort, the commitment these girls give to the game.
Yep.
That'll do it here. Indiana takes care of business, 61-38 the final score. That'll be all for this one. Once again, Oklahoma Flames, Fort Wayne Hawks coming up next, girls 18U. Scott will be on the call for that one, along with Jeff. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Lots more basketball to go.